Here I am, starring in all of these horror films, and your name is Scary.
Wait a minute. You've done movies?
Yeah, I'm the guy that plays Freddy Krueger.
Who?
For decades, his performances have haunted our dreams, defined the very shape of fear, and elevated horror into an art form. And now, the man behind Freddy Krueger is being honored, not in the shadows of our nightmares, but in the light of day. October 31st, Robert Englund will receive his long-awaited star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, joining the ranks of legendary horror icons like Boris Karloff, Peter Cushing, and Lon Chaney. It's almost too fitting. The master of nightmares, immortalized on Halloween morning. At exactly 11:30 a.m., Hollywood Boulevard becomes a shrine to the man who made millions afraid to close their eyes. And he won't be alone. Joining him at the ceremony will be horror royalty Eli Roth and Heather Langenkamp. Yes, Nancy will be there, still keeping Freddy in line after all these years. But what does the future hold for Robert Englund? Well, something entirely unexpected.
Out comes that claw and...
He's playing Jiminy Cricket, the little voice that once whispered, "Always let your conscience be your guide." Only now, he's guiding you straight to hell. Part of the so-called Poonaverse, the twisted childhood universe that turns bedtime stories into nightmares. This version of Pinocchio isn't a tale of hope. It's a fever dream, stitched together with blood, betrayal, and broken wishes. Englund's Jiminy is no innocent conscience. He's the monster behind the voice, the little whisper in your ear, telling you it's okay to give in, to lie, to kill, to become real in the worst possible way. With Pinocchio unstrung, Englund isn't just reinventing a character. He's twisting nostalgia until it screams.
I kill people in their nightmares, man. That's what I do. It's my thing.
As Englund continues to evolve, one question hangs in the smoke. Who will wear the glove next? He admits that the years have caught up. The makeup chair feels longer. The glove, heavier. But his shadow still stretches across horror. Names have surfaced. The factors, bold enough to tempt fate. Even Jim Carrey was whispered among them. Because insanity, after all, comes in many forms. But Englund knows better than anyone. Freddy Krueger isn't just a character. In recent years, Robert Englund hasn't stayed in the shadows. He's returned again and again to remind us that some nightmares never truly fade. In 2018, he slipped on the fedora, pulled on the burnt flesh. He became Freddy Krueger. It was a one-off, a playful Halloween episode of The Goldbergs.
A nightmare on Goldberg Street.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for Shmoo.
No.
The original Dream Demon snarling on screen like it was still 1984. A wink to the past. And a chilling reminder he's still got the claws. Even in a sitcom setting, Englund didn't water Freddy down. He brought the same menace, the same twisted grin, the same knife-like timing. It was campy. It was nostalgic. But make no mistake, it still sent a chill down your spine. And in that moment, every fan watching felt like Freddy never left. In 2022, Robert Englund returned again, but this time, not as a dream demon. Instead, he stepped into something quieter, more tragic, more human. Victor Creel, a broken man, locked away in a psychiatric hospital, his face scarred, his mind fractured, haunted by a supernatural force no one believed was real. It wasn't Freddy. There were no quips, no claws. But in many ways, Victor Creel was just as chilling. Because this time, Englund didn't need makeup or monsters. His voice, rasping, deliberate, did all the work. Every word trembled under the weight of grief, guilt, and something darker still. It was horror stripped bare, and it showed the world what fans already knew. Robert Englund isn't just a slasher icon, he's a hell of an actor. And in a show already packed with horror references, Englund's presence was more than casting. It was a torch being passed, a love letter to a genre he helped build. As the world waits for the final season of Stranger Things, Robert Englund's shadow still lingers. No announcements have been made, no word on Victor Creel's return, but his story still echoes through the halls of the Creel house, through every flickering light, through every note of that familiar synth soundtrack. And even if we don't see him again, we feel him. Englund's performance wasn't just a cameo, it was a bridge from the nightmares of the 80s to the new monsters of today. And like Freddy before him, Victor Creel reminds us that it's not always the creature that's scariest. Sometimes it's the man who's lived to tell the tale. It's easy to think of Robert Englund as just Freddy Krueger, but the truth is, he's so much more. A classically trained actor, an alumni of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, and a student of the stage before he ever stepped onto Elm Street. Englund has brought to life dozens of characters across genres: sci-fi, fantasy, drama, even comedy. You've seen him as the gentle alien Willy in the cult sci-fi series V, as a haunted professor in Urban Legend, and as Dr. Fu Manchu, Rasputin, and the Marquis de Sade, all in the same film, Night Terrors. But here, at Marechal Media, two of our absolute favourite Englund roles aren't from Elm Street. They're from a Gothic opera house and a haunted dance academy. In 1989, Robert Englund redefined another classic monster, the Phantom of the Opera. But this wasn't Gaston Leroux's romantic tragedy. This was horror. Brutal, visceral, and grotesquely elegant. Englund's Eric Dessler is a composer who's made a deal with the devil. In exchange for fame, he must murder and use the skin of his victims to restore his disfigured face. Yes, you heard that right. The film moves between Victorian London and modern-day Manhattan, blurring reality and nightmare, love and violence. And at its heart is Englund, balancing pain and rage with Shakespearean gravitas. It's part slasher, part opera, and fully unhinged in the best possible way. A forgotten gem in the Gothic horror vault, and proof that Robert Englund could haunt us with or without the glove. In 1992, Robert Englund slipped into one of his most overlooked and strangely alluring roles, Danse Macabre. Set in a decaying Russian ballet academy just after the Cold War, Englund plays the enigmatic and volatile Anthony and Madame Odette, a dual role cloaked in mystery, madness, and something far more disturbing. By day, he's the severe, imperious dance mistress. By night, something else entirely. His performance is theatrical, unhinged, and impossible to look away from, half high camp, half Gothic descent into madness. The story revolves around a young American dancer caught in a deadly game of obsession and resurrection. But beneath the melodrama, Danse Macabre is a story about beauty and control, and the terrifying lengths someone will go to preserve both. It's bizarre, baroque, and absolutely committed. But back to the boulevard. Congratulations to the dream demon, Robert Englund, the actor, the icon, the nightmare that lives forever. Happy Halloween.